good morning, friends and neighbors. It's 0243 here in Germany. What's the O stand for, you're saying? Oh my God, it's early. If I borrow a line from Good Morning Vietnam, for those of you seen it, kudos, you know what I'm talking about. For those who have not yet seen Good Morning Vietnam, that's probably Robin Williams at his best. You really need to see that. Unfortunately, a lot of the humor you might not get unless you've actually spent time in the military. But it's great show. Worth a watch if you haven't seen it yet. So we're back on the farm. I was just up here on the old shed doing some roof repair and stuff. The wind kind of blew it off. So I got that repaired. Now if I can just get down without hurting myself. There we go. Okay, when we last left off, we harvested the one field right here of our barley. And then we started harvesting the canola. I've got Philip actually over there harvesting the canola now. And if we take a look at what we got, our other fields still haven't grown, but he's currently harvesting field 11. Now, I want to take a moment and thank all of you for your support. It really does mean a lot to me. There's a base 3 or 4 of you that's really been giving me positive feedback, giving me suggestions and stuff, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you to all of you. You know who you are, as I reply to each and every one of you. It makes me realize that what I do is enjoyed by others, and that's all I'm after. I do this as a hobby. I do it because I enjoy watching others play and getting ideas, and it's just nice to know that others are getting the same enjoyment from my videos. So again, thank you very much for that. Okay, so let's continue on. Beautiful sunrise coming over. Philip's going to town. Looks like he's about 75% full. He is rather slow. And looks like he decided to put the sunroof back on. Why he needs that, I don't know, unless the sun is hitting him in his eyes as it's rising up on his return trip back over here. So anyway, let's jump in the old beast here. Get this thing fired up. Body has seen better days. Looking rusty and empty. Yeah, empty. Okay, let's get it fired up and get ready to offload Philip here. And let's get it started up. Turn on the tunes, and away we go. So welcome back. It's another new morning for me here in Germany. Not so much for the game, as it's still technically the same day as it was when we left off in the last episode. Only by maybe 10-15 minutes. I haven't fast forwarded anything at all. What we're going to do is, while this field is finishing up, or while we're finishing this up, I'm going to segue to the little bonus track that I created of the darkened skies from last episode that I talked about. A couple of you wanted to see that. So what I'll do is I'll pause here. It's only like 2 minutes long, just over 2 minutes long. So what I'll do is I'll pause here and rejoin you guys in a couple of minutes. Hello, everyone. It's Akiic here. We're welcoming back to the old family farm, and I actually started recording early because the skies just turned extremely black, and I'm not sure if this is part of the weather mod that we downloaded, the extreme weather or real weather, what was it called? Excuse me. More realistic weather. So actually I was going to just put it on fast forward. As you can see, I've got it on 120, and I was just going to get the fields to grow, but the sky all of a sudden turned extremely black. So I thought I'd turn the cameras on to see what it would bring us. Now it's only supposed to be partly cloudy today, so I'm a little concerned about the weather. I don't know if it's like I said, the more realistic mod that's taking place now. But we'll see how it goes. I'm actually just moving equipment around while the fields are growing. As you can see, they're growing. and just moving the equipment around to the places I want to put them while I was waiting. Now, I am going to do a couple shortcuts here as we're recording, and that is like drive through the bushes here and stuff like that, because I may not use this front piece, but just in case, I wanted to have it available for it. So let me just park this beside. It's really black, so I don't know what's going to happen, if anything will even happen. But if something does, we'll have the recording for it. I just don't want you guys to wait too long for the fields to grow and everything, so that's why I was doing this now. Oh, the skies are coming back sunny, so we might be okay. So I'll just continue recording until such time that the fields are growing, and then I'll do another intro there if nothing happens, and that's where I'll pick up. So until then. Okay guys, welcome back. It wasn't nothing special, but you could see how quickly the skies changed back to sunlight again. It was a different experience for me from the standard weather of Farming Simulator. So it was unnerving for me at first to see it go so black like that. That's why I turned the camera on, but it got light real fast and real quickly. Or correction, let me start that piece over. It got dark quickly, but it turned light just as quickly, and with it was a vast contrast. There we go. Got it spit out. Well, it's too early in the morning for me. Let me take a drink of my coffee. So as I was saying, it's shortly before 3 a.m. It's Wednesday morning. Just got off work yesterday. Was actually too tired and exhausted from the long week to do any recording. So I put myself into my night mode shifts as I'm getting ready to go on night shifts. Saturday, I went to bed around 9 p.m. or 2100 last night, and got up at 2:30 this morning to go ahead and start preparing my body for the night shift schedule. So that's why we're getting an early start at today. I want to try to get this field done, and I'd like to see all the fields come into harvest, but I don't know if that's going to happen without some fast forward trickery. What we may do is leave these fields here once we finish this field, and we'll go take a look at the pigs and see how much manure they have to clean out. Let's take a look. Yes, as a matter of fact, it's just over 8,000 liters. So we can go clean that out next. Let's let Philip continue harvesting here. He is rather slow, so what we may do is, let me just kill this. Let's go ahead and send Philip out of the way, and we'll just go ahead and do this ourselves. Let me get spun around here, and that way we'll go a little quicker. I go one speed quicker than Philip does. You know, he's still new to the farming game. He hasn't done it as often as we have, so we can go a little quicker than he can. It is a beautiful day. Fog is starting to come in, the morning fog. Okay, so we got this field almost complete. What I just remembered as well, I want to apologize for the time on my last video. I forgot I turned the camera on to record the storm, or not the storm. That's a misnomer. The darkened skies. And And so I didn't take that into account when I was looking at my recording time. And so I was telling you we were at 40 minutes when in fact we were only at about 25 minutes. So my apologies for the length of the video. It was actually shorter than I intended it to be. We could have actually finished this field up on the last episode, and then I could have fast forwarded and came back on this episode with all the fields complete. But be that as it may, that didn't happen. So let's shut this off. We'll shut this off. Kill the lights. Jump over to the truck. And go offload that canola. And if we take a quick look how much canola we have, shut that off. We have just under 2,000 liters. This will probably just put us just over maybe 2.2. Going to be a little more than that. That was almost 45% in there, so it's going to be almost 3,000 liters in. Well, it's going to be closer to 3.5, it looks like. So Michael, maybe you should just shut up and let the thing go, and then you can try to predict how much it is. I predict it's going to be just under 3,500 liters. How about that? Man, I'm so good I amaze myself sometimes. Anywho, let's go ahead and take this over here. We'll offload this. We'll quickly just check, see how much canola is selling for though. So canola is actually up. Okay, let's take a look at that. $6.49 for the rail line. You know what? Do we have any other canola? No, we don't. Also, while I'm here, all of you agreed that I should utilize this great demands. This will help me offset the price of the equipment not matching the era that we're playing in. Thank you for that. So we'll go ahead and utilize the great demand knowledge during our rest of our episodes. As one of you pointed out, it'd be like when they hold the summer jamborees and the fest and stuff, they let you know what's going on, and you can expect great demands and prices then. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to save our barley for that, but we're going to go actually dump the canola. Do we have any more canola stored? I don't believe we do. No. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's just go dump this canola at the rail line. It's only 3,500 liters. What we could do, I'm guessing why the price is so high, what time is it? Just turned 5 o'clock as well, is we can put Philip to work on this field and get the half of that's completed done. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Let me pull out of the road here. We might as well try to take advantage of as much as we can on this. And what we're going to do is try to get get at least one full load out of this. Let's go ahead and get started. What I want to do is I want to come down this way first. Now I don't like normally doing this if the field isn't completely finished. But this, I think in this instance, it's the best thing to do. Why the canola price is so high. It's almost $650 per liter. This is the best way to go, I'm thinking. Some of you are probably screaming, no, don't do that. That looks stupid. Well, my apologies now for that. But I think it's the best to do all the way around. So let's go ahead and swing this around. Careful to avoid the major traffic going up and down our busy streets here. Wouldn't want to have an insurance claim put against me putting a dent or a scratch in someone's vehicle. Couldn't afford that right now. Okay, we're almost 50% full. So with any luck, this holds 2,000 I think 2,800 liters, was it? Or was it 2,300 liters? I can't quite remember. I think the Clayson that we used to own that the engine blew up on was 2,800 liters. I believe this is only 2,350 liters. But anyway, hopefully be enough here to get one full trailer out of it, which will help us money wise. It should bump us up another, if I'm hazarding a guess, another 3,000 ish, around there somewhere. So it gets close to 10K, I'm thinking. Which would be nice. We haven't had that that bit of money in a while. Not since grandfather passed away and he left us that 10,000. Well, it was 15,000 actually, but like I said, after taxes and everything, it was only 10,000. So let's go ahead and get the pipe drawn out. And I probably just took it off going around that telephone pole. I must have missed it. Pipe is still there. So this all cleaned up. We're almost full. Making sure we haven't missed anything. Nope. Getting it all collected. And we're just about full. And there we go. Let's back this up. I'll tab over to the truck. Let's go get this filled up. Okay, yeah, it was, I believe, 2,350. I didn't quite look at that. I'll have to watch back on the camera. Or you guys can see it as you're watching the video and just put a comment below of how much it actually was. That will help me out. Now, I watch back all my videos anyway, just to see what kind of quality it is and see what I can do to better myself each time. So, I'll probably see it as well, but you'll likely see it before I will. Okay, let's get Philip going. Let's, how much we got in here? We could get enough to get another load, but what I'm going to do, let's go dump this first. We still have time to get the remaining that he's doing now. And let's get the lights turned on into the rail lines and sold as well if we need to. Now this won't give us the full 3,000 because we're not quite full, but it will be a good chunk. Let's see what it gives us. And let's just quickly switch camera. I like to come out here. Let's just go ahead and dump this. Now what's interesting, did you guys see that? The little handles, the little levers and locking mechanisms actually lifted up, slid out, and unlocked and lowered the sides. That's very unique. You don't see that in a lot of mods. That was really well done. Very nicely done. Okay, yeah, it didn't give us very much, did it? That only gave us, yeah, oh, did you guys see that? I don't know what I hit. That was interesting. Anyway, as I was saying, it gave us, well, I guess it did. We had just over 4,000. So yeah, I guess it did. I guess it was right on track for what we figured in. So, never mind. I'm still not able to do math, it appears. At 46 years of age, I'm still not able to do math. How about that? There, the cat's out of the bag. Yes, I am 40-something, as my channel says, and now you know exactly how 40-something I am. Excuse me while I took my drink of my coffee. Okay. How much does he have in there? He's only got 35% in there. Be enough to fill that what am I trying to say, Michael? It'd be enough to fill up the hopper on there one more time, maybe. Maybe not quite the full amount. Let's just get rid of Philip for a minute and finish this up ourselves. Now, yeah, it's probably going to be just... It won't fill it up, but it'll be about 60%, I'm guessing. Looking good. There we go. Yeah, it's just going to be right around 60%, just over 60%. And can I get that all in one swipe without a backtrack? Yes, looks like we can. My gauges are getting grimy. Okay, let's open this up. So put us at 68%. Let's swing this around and offload this. Oh, I keep missing, so let me back up on that. There we go. So what I'm going to actually do is let's kill this one. Let that finish offloading. Okay. Not very much. Another couple $100. Let's see. Drive through here. Let me see if I go this way, if I have a better angle at that. No, not really, not unless I drive through the bushes. So that wasn't such a good idea. Piggies? Suey? Okay, here we go. Yeah, about $400, $500. Okay, and stop. And away we go. Exit, stage left. Yeah. And 2 points for those of you know who that was. Now I know my impression wasn't done very well, but why are we coming this way, folks? We need to go clean out the pigs. So let's just flip a Yui. And we'll go back to the pig farm. We'll park this there. And let's get ready to clean out the pigs. Clean out all that manure. That solid gold that we can use. Hey, ducks. Not duck season, so... Oh no, if it's not duck season, does that mean it's rabbit season? It's too early in the morning. Sorry for you guys to sit through that. Okay, so let's quickly take a look. So we're just shy of 7,000. It's not going to give us, I mean, we're starting to get there, but if we can just get the harvests really wound up, banked, and then on great demands drop them, we'll start doing better. We can then pay off the loan, or portions of it. Let's go ahead and shut this off. Apparently the small little tractor is not over here, so we need to find that. Let me just go back to here for a minute. Shut that off. We'll leave that here in the field. Don't think it's going anywhere. And we'll get this fired up. And let's go clean out some pigs. And I think that will do it for this episode. Then when we come back, the rest of the fields will be done. We'll get them finished up and we'll start the process over. Now what we'll probably do is at least 2 of the fields we can go ahead and get taken care of now, i.e. Get them cultivated and seeded and start growing. Boy, right through the plums. Get them cultivated and seeded, and that way they'll be on like a rotation basis, and they're not all coming up to harvest at the same time. Now that's the ideal way to do it on large farms, large fields, so you don't have to run into withering. That doesn't necessarily apply on our farm because it is so small, but it is good practice. So that could be what we'll do. Let's get this loaded up. Let me just quickly take a look. Yep, it's going in there, so we're good. Okay, so let's, as quick as we can, I definitely got to get rid of this 500-liter bucket. This is killing me. I'm used to my 3,500-liter bucket that I normally have on my normal private games, and it's much different than this 500-liter, that's for sure. But we are trying to be as accurate as possible, so this is what we're dealing with. Now this is from the recommended mod pack that the author had recommended using. It's the classic farming pack, I believe it's called. I did download all the recommended mods that the author had recommended. So this is the one from there. Okay, how are we doing on that anyway? Let's take a quick look. Wow, still over 6,000 liters on there. What we could do is, let me just start this up. And then now I can see how much is actually in there. I'm going to have to switch to the trailer, aren't I? It is on a trailer. Okay. 28%'s in there right now. Okay. So that way we'll to see how full we're getting, which we'll be able to see anyway when the manure starts coming up over the top of the trailer, but this will just help us out exactly. Now that seems odd, only 28% at 500 pop. Well, it's 2,000 in there, so it is, we didn't lose any, so it's all going in there then. There we go. Whoa, camera jumped on me. Camera jumped on me. You guys are probably getting seasick. I know I did. Woo! So, did any of you guys take a listen to the Mr. Custard song that Deutz-Fahr posted the link to? I appreciated that. I watch that all the time on YouTube and stuff. So it was nice to see it again. It is a great little comedic song, especially about a dark part of the American history anyway. Wasn't very kind to the Indian nation, and they made sure that he paid. The saddest thing is that a lot of the men that died along with them were actually innocent, had nothing to do with what was going on with the politics and everything, or with Custer's ego. So, you know, that is a sad part, as well as a lot of the Indians that lost their lives as well. But it is part of American history. It is something that I find, as the older I get, the more interested I become in history. When I was younger and in school, I could really care less about what had happened in the past. But I find as I get older, it's definitely something I'm interested in. My favorite history that I like to get my hands on is Vietnam. I'm guessing that was because my father was in Vietnam and he didn't talk much about it from stuff that he saw. I was in the first Gulf War and saw a lot of action there, saw a lot of stuff happen there as well. And then my oldest son, he was in the second Iraq War, and he saw a lot more than I did. So I guess you could say it's kind of a family tradition where all of us have been to some kind of conflict or another. My grandfather was in World War II, my dad Vietnam, I was in the first Gulf War, and one of my sons was in the second Gulf War. So it's not something that I'm proud of. I am glad that I got to experience what I experienced, only for the fact that it did allow my father and I to become closer, and we were able to share stories that only if you were actually in a situation like that can actually truly ever understand what you experience, what you feel, the emotions that you go through. And those of you that have served or are serving, I thank you for your support. It's a great thing to serve for your nation. It is a thankless job, really. I mean, you can give your life, the ultimate sacrifice, and that's what's expected of you. So enough of the Grimme talk. I can see we're at 5,500 liters. It's going to hold another 1,500 liters. And we'll be good. And how much more do we have left in? We still got over 2,300 liters. As I look at the sky, I got to learn to control the camera a little better there. You guys are probably yelling at me, Michael, stop it. Just stop it. Go out. Go to that mode. Well, we're getting there. It's almost full. 6,000 liters will hold 2 more buckets. The question is, though, where are we going to dump this? We'll probably dump it over, if it will allow us, over in the between the two fields. I'll have to see where it will allow us to dump it. If it will allow us to carry on with the existing buckets I have, or existing piles I have, or whether I have to create a new pile. That will be the question for the ages there. Okay, last bucket coming in. And we're getting there. Just gotta try to think about where I want to store the tractor over here. And we are full. I think what I'm going to do is let's just pull the tractor right indoors here real fast. That's not such a good idea, is it? Guess I could back in here a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's go dump this manure. Okay, let's see where we can go dump it. So we're full, completely full, 7,000 liters, 100%. It's really starting to get foggy, difficult to see. Turn on my lights. Listen to the train whistle blow. There it goes. Right on time. Come through a little Santa Fe. Go past the general store. Looks like Earl's up. Well, maybe he's not up yet. Should be. He normally gets there about 5:15. Earl should be at work already. He lives upstairs, so I can go there anytime I want, though. And let's see if we can dump this over here. Out of the way, chicks. Okay. And we still got to collect the straw. I had actually forgot about that. I guess we could have done that on this episode as well. Don't think we're going to have the time now. Well, let's see if this is going to allow me to dump it. Yes, it will. Nice. Let's just dump this in. Now we'll put a little bit there. We'll put about half here. Put a little more than that. There we go. Now we'll take the other over to the other field because we're going to need some over here as well. So we got some coming in there. And then we'll dump the rest over here. And that will keep 2 manure piles going so we can keep the fields serviced, as it were, so to speak. Yes, it will. Here we go. Well, definitely need more here. So what I'll probably do off camera is I'll take out the rest of the manure out of the pig farm. I'll do that. I'm actually going to collect the straw off camera as well. And then when we come back, the rest of the fields will be ready. And we'll start the rotation over again, getting everything seeded and cultivated and covered in a doo-doo, as you do. And we'll get ready for the next episode. So I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you for joining me this beautiful sunny morning, sun rising over the hills, and I almost took the wrong turn. Please share your comments with me. It really does help me out. It does show that you are still interested in what I'm putting out. It does help me, and it helps me grow. I really appreciate it. Like the videos as always. Just smash that thumbs up for me if you're ready for the next episode. I'm going to try to do a schedule here soon. I got to work it out, as I've got 4 series that I do, and I'm possibly going to start a 5th one. I just need to work out a schedule, what's best, what days to put out my series. So that's something that's still coming in. I know right now it's just kind of haphazard. When I can off of work, I throw them out. But I am working on getting a scheduled release, so you guys will know exactly when my videos will be, what days they'll be out, and what series. So until then, without further ado, I'm going to leave it there with you. So have a great day. We'll talk to you all soon.